Welcome here today, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sports Clips Help a Hero 200 at Darlington Raceway. Race number 21 of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season on NASCAR Heat 5. Another full race live stream for you guys on the channel today. So here in this one, we're going to have some session qualifying before this 200-mile, 147-lap race here today. As usual, racing here as Kyle Busch for this season. Kyle Busch took over the points lead after his third win in a row, which came at Talladega yesterday. It was his 10th win of the season, and Kyle Busch now, all of a sudden, has the points lead by just 3 points over Austin Cindric. So that is going to be the points gap going into this race here tonight at Darlington. We'll see who will have the points lead going forward. Inside Uranus, welcome to the stream. Just saw you over in the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. Getting done eating, listening to that.
Time to go.
And here we go. Kyle Busch will be the first car on track in round one of qualifying here. We are using the controller in today's race. No practice for this race in particular. This is actually the first time I've raced NASCAR Heat 5 at Darlington. Outside of that lone online lobby live stream that we did. We ran about a 20 or so lap race there in the Cup Series, but this is the first time the Xfinity cars. Now obviously the online racing a little bit different compared to what it feels like championship mode here. It's going to take Kyle a little bit of getting used to, and you can see how loose he was through turns 1 and 2. Kyle's dealing with a pretty loose race car right now. Could have very well missed on the setup just a little bit. We have seen some very good Xfinity Series races at this racetrack this season in particular, especially this last weekend. Patrick Chatterley, welcome to the stream. 30.344, good enough for 18th to make it into round number 2. Thoughts on Auto Club becoming a short track? Well, NASCAR needs more short tracks. I would have rather have seen another track go. Rather than Fontana, but I don't know of really any ISC tracks or former ISC tracks, NASCAR owned tracks that I would have liked to have seen, you know, changed into a short track that wasn't already one. There's really not many options out there. Like, I think maybe Homestead is one of the mile and a half, but Homestead's one of the better mile and a half, so wouldn't want that track to go. Same thing with Chicagoland. Same thing there. I really wouldn't want Chicagoland to go, one of the better mile and a halves too. Yeah, it's a really interesting situation there, to say the least. So on to round number 2. Oh, that's cool. Inside Uranus.
All right, now take.
No setup change here for Kyle Busch. What a season it has been of a battle between Kyle Busch and Austin Cindric for that regular season title. Just 6 races to go. 3 points separates them. It was a 3-point difference. Going into the last race. And then it was a 3-point swing as Kyle Busch is now the points leader rather than Cindric. 2 laps here in round 2 for Kyle Busch. Pretty quick race tonight. Only 200 miles around this racetrack in Darlington Raceway. So this thing is going to get over pretty quickly. 30.025. That was faster than his lap 1 lap time. See what lap 2 will come for. Definitely going to have to tighten the car up before the start of the race, that is for sure. Really loose right now, but just trying to set one very quick lap around this racetrack. It's all Kyle needs. Off of turn 4 to the start finish line, a 30.013, 13th for Kyle Busch. And that's where he'll qualify for tonight's race, just missing that final round of qualifying. Austin Cindric top of the charts there in round 2. R6, welcome to the stream. Will Jimmy Johnson be my favorite IndyCar driver in 2021? You can guarantee that. I don't watch too many IndyCar races. I watch every single Cup race. I can't tell you when the last time I've actually missed a Cup race, whether it's me physically sitting in front of the TV and watching it, which 9 times out of 10 that's what it is, or when I was racing, and we would race Saturday nights when I was go-kart racing and quarter midget racing when I was younger. I remember listening to MRN on the way home if we had a Saturday night race. So those were like the few times I didn't actually physically watch the race, but I had listened to it. But yeah, I'd say he'd probably be my favorite. But I don't really like. I really do like Alexander Rossi, but yeah, I don't watch IndyCar enough to like, race by race to actually like pull for a certain driver, as I would Blaney say in the Cup Series for NASCAR when it comes to like points racing in IndyCar. But I know Jimmy's not running the full schedule, but yeah, it'll be cool. I'll definitely have to check out some more IndyCar races in the next couple of years. Pixelated Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Hate the idea of making a super speedway. No, we don't need another super speedway on the schedule. If we did get another super speedway on the schedule, I think you'd have to chop one of the Talladega races, and I don't think many fans would be happy with that. So I think 2 at Daytona, 2 at Talladega is good enough for the super speedways. We are about to get into this race. The Helpo Hero Sports Clip 200. Michael Annett will be dropping to the rear of the field for the start of this race here tonight. And again, now just 5 races left in the regular season after this race here today. Poigson, welcome to the stream. So here we go. Green flag in the air. Busch gets his starting spot, moved up to 12th place, and we are underway at Darlington. Pretty good initial start there by Kyle Busch, quickly getting to the bottom of the racetrack. Setup still the same, still got that looser setup. We'll have to see how that's going to work over the course of the race as the tires wear out on this racetrack. See a lot of tire wear whenever you come to Darlington. Austin Cindric on the pole for the start of the race today, trying to perhaps regain the points lead on Kyle Busch. Side by side right in front of Kyle, really nowhere to go. Brandon Jones, Ryan Sieg right in front of him off of turn 2. Contact between Jones and Busch. Busch got way down to the inside. There's still 3 wide into turn 3. Nobody's giving an inch, and look at Busch. Slide job into the side of the 20 of Harrison Burton. That car is sliding around like crazy right now. Very hard to control in the opening laps for Kyle. But he hangs on to it as they're side by side for the lead, and boy, this car is super loose as it looks like Ross Chastain trying to go to the outside now. Big run by Busch. He's going to get by Alex Labbe easily for 5th. Still side by side for the lead. Chase Briscoe in 3rd place right behind the 2 leaders, looking to make it 3 wide for the lead perhaps. No, and they all duck in line behind one another. Chastain is going to be able to clear Cindric on the outside. He's come close to winning the last 3 races. 3 straight finishes in the top 10. But Harrison Burton, Kyle Busch trying to run down the leaders as well. Really having to work the throttle. Busch had to get out of the gas off of turn 4 that time. Yeah, I always limit the tires to 4 sets for Xfinity and truck race. 4 fresh sets, that is. So we can pit for tires 4 times. Lamar AP, welcome to the stream. 25 Gamer, welcome to the stream. Harrison Burton has walked away now from Kyle Busch. Meanwhile, side by side for 6th place off of turn 2. Ryan Sieg, Justin Allgaier. You can see the amount of time they lost with doing that. Cindric trying to hold on to 2nd place. This is a very, very tough track to pass on. Track position will be key here in tonight's race. Very, very tight. Busch got a really good run through 1 and 2 that time as he closes all the way to the back bumper. Burton, I think he got into him because Burton got really loose off of turn 2 all of a sudden. Chase Briscoe going to the outside of Cindric. That's how Chastain got around him the hard way. But he's looking to make a move, and now Busch trying to make a move meanwhile on Harrison Burton for 4th place. Oh, Cindric about slid up into the 98 of Chase Briscoe. Busch trying to get the run off in turn 2. He clears Burton. Big run now down the back straightaway. Kyle Busch will pass Cindric for 3rd. He's going for 2nd on Briscoe. Going for it all there. Very tight corners, neck and neck off of turn 4. Busch had a huge run. He does not want to let Briscoe get away from him. Busch still on the bottom. Still hanging in strong. Kyle really driving in these corners really deep, trying to keep underneath, and Briscoe now clears Kyle Busch and he fends him off for now for 2nd place. Meanwhile, Chastain is pulled ahead to just over a 1-second lead. Look at Kyle really cut the corner deep through 1 and 2, and he slides up into the side of the 98. Briscoe's in the wall. And here comes Allgaier, who has worked his way up to 4th. He's on the back bumper now, the 54 and the 98. We've been racing very hard for 2nd place with one another. Busch tried to go high, and he earns his Darlington stripe. He's in the wall. And that will force him to lose a spot because now Justin Allgaier is up to 3rd. Big mistake there by Busch. Tried a different line. He tried to go high. And he's got a shot to get right back around Allgaier to 3 and 4 again. He got very close that time. Commentary's right on. Thanks, man. Again, just so hard to pass. You'd have to imagine Busch is going to have some sort of a long run speed car tonight. Got loose. He got off of turn 2 there. And the handling's only going to get worse and worse over the course of the run. Top 2 have not won a race yet this season. That is Chastain and Briscoe. Chastain about to catch lap traffic very shortly here. Busch had a big run off of turn 2. I think he beat Allgaier back to the gas. Into turn 3. And Kyle Busch will take away the 3rd position away from Allgaier. Harrison Burton, Ryan Sieg try to battle back into this. Two-second lead over 3rd place for Chastain, but a just over 1-second lead on Chase Briscoe. Sage Castillo, welcome to the stream. Can alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in the early going of the race tonight. Busch had to lift there, almost undercut the corner a little too much. So get around his first lap car of the race of Chad Fincham. He's got a big run into turn 3. He's closing that gap on Chase Briscoe. Look at how loose Kyle is. Had to lift quite a bit in the center of the corner, but now Briscoe gets caught behind Mike Harmon in the 74 car, and just like that, Kyle Busch will move up to second place, passing Chase Briscoe. Briscoe will be able to get around Jeff Green now in the 38, trying to run Kyle Busch back down. Kyle starting to slip away. Chastain has heavy lap traffic right around him. He just passed McLaughlin in the 93 car. He's still got about 4 cars to work through now, and Kyle Busch is coming on strong. He clears McLaughlin easily down the back straightaway. He's going for Mills. Side by side with the lap cars right ahead of Chastain and Busch. Chastain, oh, he got in the, I should say Busch got in the back of Chastain. Ross got loose, a little bump and run there. Accidentally, but it's going to work nevertheless. And here comes Briscoe, top 3, all within a half a second of the lead. Busch going way down the track, trying to slide up in front of the 6 of Starr, but he couldn't clear him. Busch going to get around Landon Castle, but here comes Ross Chastain in the 10 for Colleague Racing. Yep, Jimmy is going to IndyCar. Part-time schedule. I think he's going to run all the road course races, or most of the road course races, if not all of them, for the next 2 years. And caution's out. First time tonight, caution will fly, as we are just at lap 19 at the timing of that yellow. And we're going to see some split pit strategy here. Looks like everybody from 21st on back will hit pit road. Landon Castle in 28th will get the free pass. Kyle Busch leads the race as we speak. Austin Cindric has fallen back to 7th after starting on the pole. It's a 3-point difference right now between Busch and Cindric, and Kyle Busch has the upper hand on Cindric coming into tonight. There's a 3-point swing. He was 3 points back going into Talladega yesterday. Busch got his 3rd consecutive victory. So here we go. Green flag back in the air. Busch, Chastain on the front row. Kyle gets a good restart, getting through the gears, and now into turns 1 and 2. Just past halfway through the tire run there, but Kyle did not want to give up that track position with having the lead there for a little bit. Trying to conserve the amount of tires he can go through tonight as well. Believe it or not, so far though, we've earned our Darlington stripe in turns 1 and 2, but not 3 and 4. Not about perfect in that corner throughout the course of the race. Still plenty of time left in this one. Our next full race live stream on the channel will be tomorrow night. NASCAR Xfinity Series action once again. On NASCAR Heat 5, and that race will be at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we go back to another 1.5 miles on the season. First and only trip to Atlanta on this Xfinity Series custom schedule season. How do I feel about Chase and Truex making contact? Man, I was there in person, and let me tell you, I couldn't believe it. You guys could see on the vlog video, me and there was a couple other people, I guess, around where I was sitting. You could hear them yelling too. That were in my general area. I couldn't imagine if that place was sold out and something like that happened. That place would have went crazy, especially obviously Chase Elliott being in the within that situation. It was kind of awkward because it wasn't like fans weren't like booing Truex when it happened. Truex is kind of a likable guy, it seems like, among most NASCAR fans, so it's almost like they didn't know what to do. It's like, well, you know, 9 times out of 10 we're gonna boo the guy that, you know, puts Elliott in the wall like that, but it was Truex of all guys, and I mean, there's nothing really bad about Truex, so, and he's usually a clean racer, so yeah, I don't know, it was kind of weird, but I just couldn't believe it. I was astonished. As a fan, being there in person with a driver, my favorite driver, Ryan Blaney, who did not have a great day at all, that was enjoyable race and an enjoyable finish, so. Gaming Hot Plays, welcome to the stream. I just can't believe, I mean, I could see something like that last couple laps of the race, but there was still 15 laps to go. I mean, Truex just was not thinking big picture at all there. I mean, he was, but he overthought it, I think. He was overthinking it. A little too aggressive too early. Chase Briscoe back to second place. Saw a big slide by Busch off of turn 2 there. He's opened up about a 6-second lead since the restart. Kyle doesn't have a short run car. The reason why you're seeing him pull away on this restart in particular is simply because the amount of laps on his tires, as well as the rest of the field that started inside the top, or restarted inside the top 20, that stayed out of the pits on those same older equal tires. Caution's out again now, second time already tonight with 117 laps to go. We get a yellow, so in the first 30 laps of the race we get 2 cautions. Road to 1,000 indeed. Two seconds worth of damage on the 54, sorry, of Kyle Busch. 4 fresh tires under this pit stop coming up for Kyle. There's going to be a couple guys, it looks like, staying out of the pits still, but majority of everybody coming to pit road. Colby Howard in 29th will get the free pass this time. And only the top 2 stayed out of Vinnie Miller, Joe Graff Jr. They were the, or 2 of the many drivers that pitted under the first caution. Green flag back in the air here at Darlington. Joe Graff Jr. leads the field to the green. Busch to the bottom, 3 wide on those fresher tires. Had a great takeoff compared to the 2 guys on the front row. And Kyle Busch quickly to the lead into turns 1 and 2. Briscoe going for second now to the inside of Miller off of turn 2. He gets blocked off by Miller. And here comes Ryan Stieg on the outside to overtake second place. Down the straight into turn 3. Kyle quickly out to about a 1-second lead. But he does not have the short run speed on fresh tires compared to the rest of the field when they're also on fresh tires. So we'll have to see how they'll try to run him down. The good thing is Busch has the clean air advantage here. And this is a very tough racetrack to pass on. So we'll have to see when Sieg can get there what he can do. I think the fastest car in the field on these short runs seems to be Justin Allgaier. He's made a lot of moves early on in the race. He started outside the 10, just like Kyle Busch. He's worked his way up to 3rd now. He's going to try to get around Sieg. If Sieg takes too long to get around Busch, you can bet Justin Allgaier will be there to take the spot. Jackson Pittner, welcome to the stream. Sieg trying the outside there through 1 and 2. If he can stick it, he's going to get a big run off of turn 2. Not quite. Kyle got off that corner pretty decent. Best area of the racetrack for Kyle seems to be right off the exit of turn 2, but here comes Sieg once again. He is all over the back of Kyle Busch by the time they get down into turn 1, but here comes Justin Allgaier to the inside of Sieg for second. Allgaier is there, but can he complete the pass? Busch is in the wall off of turn 2. I believe he narrowly scraped the wall there, very little contact. Got lucky those guys were side by side behind him. Allgaier has the nose out ahead of Sieg. Not fully there yet. And now he clears him in the middle of 1 and 2. So Justin Allgaier up to second. Furthest up in the running order he has been so far tonight. Look at how much Busch is able to pull these guys off in turn 2. Really helps he's got the clean air, that is for sure. Busch better in 1 and 2. Allgaier seems to be a lot better in 3 and 4. And now Sieg going to try to cross over Justin Allgaier for second place as they battle behind Busch. Oh man, they almost got into each other off in turn 2. They lost a ton of ground there. Oh, Busch gets sideways and he's in the wall. Kyle Busch in the wall hard. Contact. He backed it in. A big slide through 3 and 4. Caution is out for the 3rd time tonight, and heavy damage to the number 54 Toyota while leading the race in the early going. Man. Aiden Roland, welcome to the stream. And with the 5-second damage rule, Kyle Busch is going to have to not pit here. He'll restart in 4th place. Ryan Sieg has the lead. And now Kyle, who looked like he had one of the better cars in the early going of the race tonight, is in trouble. He's going to get through the gears pretty well on the outside in 4th, and he's going to try to take the advantage to the bottom. Kyle Busch to the lead through 1 and 2. But what will the handling of the car be like now? I'm surprised he got that good of a restart once again. As Sieg and Allgaier are still side by side for 2nd place. And this car has gone from way loose to way tight on Kyle Busch. He leads the opening lap of the restart as he's going to try to hang in there as much as he can, but his job just got a whole heck of a lot harder. Busch drifting up the racetrack, and here comes Allgaier to the bottom. Justin Allgaier to the lead. Michael Annett to the outside, Allgaier's teammate. Fellow driver who has won a race this year and also in the playoffs for Junior Motorsports as they now run 1-2. Kyle's still hanging in there strong despite the damage. Annett, believe it or not, could not clear Kyle Busch. Kyle's doing a pretty good job, and he gets tied into the side of the one. And Annett bounces off the wall. Oh, wow. Cindric just busted it in there, and there goes Sieg 3 wide. Busch is sideways off of turn 2, corrects it back up the racetrack into the wall. More contact, another crash off of turn 2. The 4th caution of the night now. And things have gotten from bad to worse for Kyle Busch. Man. Ton of spots lost there in the process as well. Four cautions already in the race tonight. We'll have 97 laps to go when we go green.
Coming to the green, driver. Almost ready now.
Green flag back in the air again. Very, very fortunate that Kyle is not DNF'd yet. And another great restart. That's one thing he's got going for him tonight. He's had great restarts. And he's right to the inside of the guy he's battling in points. Austin Cindric off of turn 2. He's got a clear Cindric down the back. He's on the inside of Brandon Jones. Definitely a rough go at it early on, though, for Kyle Busch. Again, we did not pit because we have a 5-second damage rule. We cannot repair damage if it is more than 5 seconds. And this car is almost junk right now for Kyle. He's having a very hard time trying to hang on to the race car. It was loose before, but now, I mean, it is just terrible. But can he hang on to at least finish this race for the last 95 laps this time by? And he is still running ahead of Cindric. Busch is in 8th. Cindric is 9th. Could you imagine if he somehow finishes ahead of him? Or even just within 2 spots of Cindric, as long as Cindric doesn't win the race? Kyle Busch will still hold on to a narrow points lead with 5 races to go in the regular season championship. Jones really running that protective line. He is not giving Busch a lot of room at all there. Kyle had to brake early. We will be doing trivia at some point tonight if I could think of a question off the top of my head. I've been really inconsistent with that lately, and I'm sorry for that. I really want to do it every race, every night. It's just I keep forgetting to look at questions before I go on the air. I only tend to forget on work nights, though. Like, usually if I'm working during the day like I did today and like I have to tomorrow, I just completely bypass it. Not on purpose, but... Chase Briscoe leads this race, and he has not won yet this season. This has definitely opened the door up for possibly another new winner. Again, 9 different winners this season. Still 3 spots left open, but if Briscoe wins tonight, that will leave 10 different winners. And there's going to be a lot of good playoff drivers in the Xfinity Series that won't even make the playoffs. Guys like Harrison Burton, Brandon Jones, both without wins this season. Noah Gragson has not won. Obviously, we mentioned Briscoe hasn't won either. Ryan Sieg's been running in the top 5 tonight. He hasn't won. Yeah, it isn't looking good for Blaney at all. I mentioned on my preseason prediction, or not my preseason, but my my postseason predictions video, I went round by round predicting who I thought was going to get eliminated in each round. And I had Blaney going to the championship 4, but I also did state that if Blaney got out of the round of 16, he was going to make it to the championship 4. But if he was to get eliminated before the championship 4, it was going to be in the round of 16. Because Darlington and Richmond are 2 of some of his worst racetracks statistically. And obviously, Darlington didn't go his way with the penalty before the race. And obviously, without Todd Gordon, definitely hurt him as well. But now we go into Richmond, and that's another racetrack where I think he might have only have 1 top 10 finish at. He doesn't have any at Darlington. He's 0 for 7 in Darlington races when trying to finish inside the top 10, so. I don't know exactly what his stats are at Richmond, but I know recent years he has not run well there. He is definitely in trouble. He's already 17 points below the cutoff line. Caution's out again. 5th time already tonight as Briscoe leads. Varying pit strategies coming up here. Kyle Busch will take 4 fresh tires under this pit stop. Gonna give up the track position. It's a little risky, but he's got 2 sets of tires left even after he pits this time, so problem is he will have to restart mid-pack. A lot of cautions in this race indeed. Yeah, see, that's the thing. He runs well at Bristol. He just doesn't have good luck at Bristol, which has kind of been the story of the year for Blaney, where he's had a lot of winning cars. He just hasn't been able to finish off races where he should. He could have a shot to win. I'm sure he can get a lot of points at Bristol if he could just make it to the end of the race. I guarantee he's going to get a lot of stage points. But how far behind the hole is he going to be? Because going to Richmond, I'm really scared he might lose more points this weekend on the cutoff line. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like minus 20 or something. That's really hard to get back in one race. Not impossible. With Blaney having good success before at Bristol, led a lot of laps there in his career. I mean, it's not impossible, but you don't want to go in having to have that kind of a run at a track that's unpredictable like that is, especially in the night race. Kyle Busch gains a couple spots off the start. Everybody from 20th on back has 4 fresh tires in their arsenal. Oh, 3 wide, a little contact. Hemrick got out of the gas. He had Tommy Joe Martins on the outside of him. Kyle trying to hang it in there on the bottom. He just cannot do it. I believe the 36 of LeBay might have fresher tires to the outside of him. It was very risky for Kyle to give up the track position for 4 fresh tires, but that is what he did there, and it is not working out well for him, or maybe not as well as he hoped. Big run. He's going to clear Tommy Joe Martins before they even get into turn 3. Kyle trying to put these 4 fresh tires into good use. Gregson trying to cross over Busch now through 1 and 2. Kyle forced to run the outside. He has now run the outside well tonight. He's in the wall. And he gets into Gregson as well. And that will cost him a few spots. Benny Miller, one of those guys on 4 fresh tires, also behind Busch. Thoughts on Alex Bowman? Yeah, I had Bowman getting eliminated in the round of 12 because he did really well the first handful of races this season, but outside of that, his season's been absolutely abysmal outside of that. Very fortunate to get that win earlier this year. Even have some extra playoff points as well as the couple stage wins he had, but Cindric and Busch both outside the top 10 right now, but they are battling each other for position on the track. Nonetheless, as we have seen a lot this season, what a run off of turn 2 by Busch. 3 wide into turn 3. He's going for it all. Wow, he had such a big run. He didn't want to get out of the gas any earlier, and he made it work. He's up to 9th. Andrew Hollenbach, welcome to the stream. Kyle's now the furthest running driver on 4 fresh Goodyears. He's up to 8th as he passes Jeremy Clements into turn 3. Definitely see the tires paying big dividends here, and that is the only reason he's hanging with these guys with as much damage as he's got. But even then, he's struggling just to try to find his way to the top 5. With about 40 lap pressure tires at Darlington, that says a lot. This track eats tires alive. Saw that in the Cup race the other night, how bald some of those tires were for the drivers that tried staying out longer, like the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas. That last, or I should say before the last green flag stop of the race. Of course, we're in the Xfinity series, but the same goes here. Definitely got to take care of our tires the rest of the way. We still have 2 sets left the rest of the race that we can put on. We're past halfway. Or sorry, we're almost halfway. So almost halfway home here at Darlington. Busch trying to get around Harrison Burton for 6th. Big run off of turn 2 to the inside. Lasagna, welcome to the stream. And Briscoe's checked out from Chastain in 2nd. Forgot to mention that Chastain and Haley, neither one of those two have wins this year either, so a couple other good cars without wins. 75 to go. Who was the last win in the UPS, in a UPS car? David Reagan, I believe. Daytona, July 2011. I'd have to assume. I don't think anybody else won in a UPS paint scheme after that. I don't even know if anybody else drove a UPS scheme in the Cup Series outside of, or I should say after David Reagan. Busch fights for 5th. He's got it on Allgaier. Doesn't quite look as strong as he did at the very, very beginning of the race. Kyle could get eliminated in the round of 16, but I don't think it's going to happen. Kyle, yeah, he struggled in points this season, and he's had a lot of bad luck, way worse than Blaney's had this season. And Blaney's had bad luck too. But Kyle has had a lot of good runs this season too, though. He's got a decent amount of top 5s. He just hasn't found his way to victory lane. And remember, Kyle's a really good short track racer. And with Richmond and Bristol coming up, that could be a possibility for him to contend for wins there. Remember, he finished 2nd in the Bristol All-Star race this year. It looked like he was running down Elliott in the late going to that race. He was working the outside. The outside just didn't quite come in quick enough for him, and he ran out of time. Ran well there in the first race this season, too. Busch tried to go for 4th place there on Michael Annett. Couldn't get around him. Michael trying to diamond the corners off there. Busch back to the inside again off of turn 2. Into turn 3, still side by side. Man, they almost made contact. Still side by side off of turn 4. Deep dive into turn 1. Man, how did Annett stick the outside, driving it in that deep? And he's still ahead of Busch. And he blocks him to the inside. Now he slides up the track through 3 and 4. Busch back down to the bottom again. First you don't succeed, try and try again. And that is what Kyle Busch is doing here. With less than 70 to go, he's going for 4th. Drove it in deep into turn 1 again, slight contact. And he is doing absolutely everything he can right now. He cannot get around Michael Annett. Big run though off of turn 2. He's back to the inside again. Annett pinching him. Not a lot of room for Busch. He gets loose. Hangs on to it. They're still side by side for 4th. Nobody can get the edge. Busch tried to side draft him. Annette went back down the track to get him back again. Busch back up into turn 1. Trying not to make contact with him there. He got close. Big side draft. Can he hold it off of turn 2? They're still side by side. Busch trying to get away from him. Trying to make sure Annette doesn't side draft him, and now Busch clears him into 3. A great battle for 4th. But Kyle now has the advantage. Yeah, so I work in a warehouse distribution center for sinks and faucets in Toledo. It's called MR Direct. That's my job. Since the whole COVID thing happened, we've been working 3 13.5-hour shifts, so that's how I get my 40 hours. Typically Monday through Wednesday, but because Labor Day was on Monday and we were kind of backed up, they were still having us come in. We still had off Monday, but they were having us come in Tuesday through Thursday this week. But obviously I was on vacation through Tuesday, so I didn't have to work till today. So I went from like likely only having to work once this week to having to work twice, unfortunately, but I guess it's just the way things go sometimes. Busch quickly got around Sieg. He wasted no time trying to get around him, and that will put him up to 3rd. About 2 seconds off of Chastain for 2nd, and he's about 4.5 seconds off the lead from Chase Briscoe. Busch is still fighting. And I just turned 21 about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so. Also, I did see that part of your question there, Aiden. It's unbelievable what Kyle's been able to do with this heavily damaged race car. How would I find opportunities for NBC from commentating? It'll be a little more difficult because I didn't go to college for it, but I'm definitely looking at pursuing something locally first. I'm really going to be looking into next summer, trying to maybe get a job for like a local short track or something, and maybe practice there, or maybe like get like some sort of like a, you know, like a fill-in time, you know, on off weekends for whoever, wherever. I think that'd be a good start. Well, obviously this is a start, and if I could just build up a smaller body of work, maybe that could lead to one day, hey, you know, this guy's good. And I just knock on the doorstep of, you know, NBC Sports or something. Hey, you need somebody for motorsports in this, you know, particular category or whatever. You definitely got to look into options like that. You never know where it could take me, and that's, again, this is just the start. Heavy lap traffic right around the race leaders. Briscoe's lead is dwindling. Busch is about 2.5 seconds back now. And even with the fresh tires, Williams gives Busch the top to easily get around him down the back straightaway, but Chastain's even starting to close in on the lead now on Briscoe as well. A lot of lap cars in between first and second, even third, but Kyle now within 0.5 second of Chastain for second place. Busch less than 2 seconds now behind Briscoe. Big run off of turn 2. Chastain to the outside. Busch to the inside as they split the lap car of Brandon Brown. Riley Herbst is in the way. Another driver without a win this season. Busch less than a second off the lead as he moves to second place, passing Chastain. And now no lap cars in between the top two as Busch gets around Howard in the 15. Yeah, we just got to get the word out about the channel. I'm gonna say I've been pretty bad at trying to like get people to, you know, start about the channel. Actually, I think Briscoe just ended up in the wall off of turn 2 or something. He got out of the gas one way or another because Busch is closed into the back bumper now through 3 and 4. And he's going for the lead with 58 laps to go. Battle for the lead. Briscoe and Busch. Lap car in the way of Austin Hill. Busch tries to use him as a pick to the inside. Kyle to the lead off of turn 2, and I think Briscoe hit the wall again. Briscoe in the wall again off of turn 2 as he got stuck behind Austin Hill. An official lead change at the line, and for just the... And caution's out. Caution's out instead for the 6th time tonight, and that is right as Busch has taken the lead away officially there under caution. Yeah, I did hear about the Fontana situation. Kyle Busch hit pit road there. Oh, I just repaired damage, I think. I just repaired damage. Yep. I didn't mean to do that. I rushed through it to make sure I was going to hit pit road in time, and... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Ooh, a little contact there with Landy Castle, Kyle Busch. I accidentally broke my 5-second rule penalty. I'll give myself a drive-through penalty. For breaking my own rule. I didn't even mean to do that. I really didn't want to do that. Sorry about that, guys. Whoops. I'll give myself a drive-through penalty this time. I'll penalize myself. So Kyle will serve his penalty this time by very tough pit road to navigate his way onto. No practice. 45 miles an hour. And he gets down in time. No speeding penalty there. I don't have to give myself a penalty. I need to. That wasn't right. That wasn't right. I didn't even mean to do that, but that's my own fault. That's what I get for not abiding by my own rules. And that is going to put Kyle Busch a lap down here in this one. And back to 30th. They can make it on fuel to the end of the race from here, so we'll have to see how this is going to go. Should say we've had 7 cautions though here tonight. Back to 31st now for Kyle Busch. He's got a lot of ground to make up in the final 51 laps of the race, and he's probably going to need some help at some point in time. Does have one more set of tires left. Make me an Instagram after the race. And this has the this has the possibility of Kyle Busch losing the points lead after Darlington tonight. This has not gone his way whatsoever. Trying to fight his way perhaps to the free pass position, and from there hoping for a caution. And Busch gets loose, but he might be the caution. Trouble off of turn 2. Caution is out for the 8th time tonight. Ross Chastain's the race leader. That is the 3rd time we've seen Kyle Busch go for a spin tonight. What a rough one for the 54 team. We can't take the wave around because none of the lead lap drivers hit pit road. So there is no wave around to be taken there for the 54 of Kyle Busch. I've been saying that a lot this season. Always Busch drives the 18 of the Cup Series. Oh boy. Aiden, thanks, man. I'll get an Instagram out. I can work on it myself. That's something I should have done a while back. Definitely got to get into social media, that is for sure. Oh boy. That, and I've got to go to bed as soon as the race is done because this is getting late. I started the stream a little late tonight, but obviously with it being a work night, not getting home quite soon enough. Luckily that we had a shorter Xfinity race, but this race is being lagged on with the amount of cautions. Again, we've had 8 total cautions. Kyle sits in the free pass spot in 24th. He's driven his way that far, but he's going to need a caution before the end of the race. If not, I just do not see him running the entirety of this field down. It's not a fast car, but not that kind of a fast car. Oh man! Anthony Alfredo got right on that right rear corner panel of Busch. He had a big time side draft there. Busch got a little loose also because of it, and gets right back past Alfredo through turns 3 and 4 now. Busch just working his way through this field. Busch sideways again through 3 and 4. Kind of locked the brakes down that time, but he got the tires to bite back. Keeps it straight. 39 laps to go here at Darlington. Aiden, I can let you know on PlayStation. It'll just have to probably be tomorrow. But if you ask me the 3 questions, I can get back to you before I stream tomorrow night. Oh, contact! Busch slid up the track in 1 and 2, got right into the side of Noah Gragson. Austin Cindric currently running in the top 10 again. He was struggling for a large part of the night, but he's found his way back to 8th place. With Kyle Busch in 24th currently as we run. With less than 40 to go, it is Austin Cindric who has the points lead over Busch.
Still there. All right, clear outside.
Wreck Cindric. No, I'm not doing that. Not gonna wreck him, but it's been a bad luck kind of a night for Busch, but you can see Kyle certainly has the fastest car on the racetrack. Granted, he probably wouldn't have had the fastest car on the track with the damage, but we made up for it by putting ourselves a lap down here with a pass-through penalty, so that was punishment enough. Oh man, very close to making contact there. Busch is getting extra aggressive now. He did clear Harrison Burton cleanly though. And how about Briscoe and Chastain fighting it out for the lead? As we get closer and closer to the end of the race, just 34 to go for them. They're within a couple car lengths of each other. We have seen a lot of cautions tonight. I would not be surprised if we saw a 9th caution in this race. With 9 cautions in a 200-mile race. Oh no, Busch! Contact! The 7 of Allgaier. Busch got really loose, overcorrected it into the side of Allgaier. Justin got up into the wall. Yeah, you can ask him, Aiden. Kyle just got around Michael Annett. Battle for the lead. Briscoe. Chastain. Busch is coming to try and get back on the lead lap. 31 to go. They're bumper to bumper, lap traffic just in front of the leaders. If Kyle could get back on the lead lap and get a caution that way, he won't have to restart at the rear of the field, but he's still got a lot of work to do. Unbelievable just how loose this race car has been throughout the course of the night. That rear bumper damage after that last spin by Busch. He backed it into the outside wall. Is definitely making the car even looser than what it was before. That is for certain. Canadian Bacon, welcome to the stream. Well, trucks are obviously, as stated, they're trucks. They don't have as much horsepower, I don't think, as the Xfinity Series. They might. I don't think they do, though. Xfinity and Cup is just completely different package, different composite body. A lot of differences there. Slightly more horsepower in the Cup Series. Or about equal horsepower, really. But, again, the package is completely different on the mile and a half compared to the Xfinity Series. But currently with the packages that the Cup Series uses on the road courses and the short tracks, they do have about 200 more horsepower there than what they do in the Xfinity Series. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of differences between Xfinity to the Cup cars. Obviously, yeah, different makes and models, of course, too, for the manufacturers. Briscoe still holding on to the lead, but Chastain is closing in on him off of turn 4 there. And Chastain's going to get caught now behind the 6 of David Starr as Briscoe gets away. Busch will get on by Chastain, trying to run Briscoe down. Oh man, he almost got in the wall again. Busch tried to capitalize on it and finally clears him off of turn 4 to get back on the lead lap, and he's got a couple guys for position ahead. 26 to go for Chase Briscoe to try and get his first win of the season. Long overdue. Had an up and down season, but a win would go a long way. He'd be locked into the playoffs with still a handful of races left. Yeah, we can definitely get a fantasy league going. I didn't want to do that in the middle of the season this year, but I think we can definitely shoot for that next year. Especially with giving you guys the advice and stuff week in and week out. Busch is loose again. He doesn't need a caution when it's himself, but he gets it straightened back out, but now the caution will fly. Caution will fly with 24 to go. He about went a lap down again. It's the 4th time Busch has spun tonight. But he is back on the lead lap nevertheless. And we are going to have, I believe, just 21 laps to go when we go green. No problem there, Aiden. Yeah, speeds vary with the different series compared to the tracks, for sure. Free pass goes to Brandon Brown there. Busch will restart in 22nd. Did not pit, even though we have one extra set of tires because we were the cause of the caution. But Busch has a shot regardless. 21 laps to go. This race car is loose. Oh, he's in the wall. A little contact with the 61 of Austin Hill also. Not a clean restart by any means there for the 54 of Busch. As Briscoe tries to lead, but now can Kyle get through the traffic? He's got arguably the fastest car in the field, but a lot of traffic to get through. What a crazy race this has been all night tonight. 9 cautions, 4 of them ourselves. Somehow or another, we never DNF'd. A sloppy night for the 54 team of Busch, but they still have a shot at it. Without any stages, he didn't really lose any points there. He has led laps multiple times tonight too, but just not consistently, of course. Alex LeBay not giving him a lot of room into 1 and 2. That got tight. Busch is going to get around him though. Big run down to the back of Gregson. Busch had to check up. How far out will the race leader Chase Briscoe get? Battle for second going on behind him between Michael Annett and Ross Chastain. Ryan Sieg in the mix up there in 4th place as well. Busch up to 11th. Busch and Earnhardt about made contact getting into 1. Goes to show even with a better car how hard it is to pass for Busch here. Slide job, he's going to get around Earnhardt. Down to the inside of Clements for 9th. He's got Cindric in 8th place right ahead of him. They're battling each other for the regular season title. Currently, as we run, it's about to be a 4-point difference once Busch gets around Cindric here. That's a 2-point swing. As the 54 and the 22 swap positions, Burton to the inside, Jones on the outside, 3-1, what a move, Busch, contact with Jones. He slid up in front of Burton, but he couldn't quite clear Brandon Jones either. That'll cost him a little time. He went for it all there. That was very risky. And that could have been a heck of a lot worse, but Kyle continues to hold on. We'll alternate through the different camera angles one final time as we have 16 laps to go. Still side by side for second between Sieg, who is on the outside, Chastain on the inside. Allgaier got tight off of turn number 2. Busch with a big run. That's his best part of the track all night, is off the exit of 2. He moves himself up to 4th. Kyle Busch mowing through the field. He gets loose. Oh, and he tries to save it, and he's in the wall. We stay green. Busch tried to correct it as best as he could. He still got in the wall. That's going to bang up the left side of the race car. That's going to knock it even more out of shape. And all of a sudden that puts Cindric right back in front of Busch again, and Busch lost a ton of time there. Busch just able to clear Cindric. That was close. Clean pass. Nevertheless, Kyle back up to 8th. Well, yeah, obviously there, Aiden. Brandon Jones gets passed by Busch there. Burton right in front of Busch. Into turn 3. Awkward angle for both of them. Harrison tried to run that protective line, but Busch beats him back to the gas and clears him off of 4. Up to 6th again. Briscoe's likely going to catch lap traffic before the end of the race too, so you got to consider that as well. There will only be 10 laps to go this time by Busch. Slides in front of Allgaier now for 5th. And you wonder if Chastain could run him down. He's shown speed today. He has closed in on Briscoe at times. What a run Busch had there. He's quickly back up to 4th. Kyle is the man to beat here, but that right front tire is also very worn out. Down to 15% tire wear. And you wonder if that right front's even going to hold up to the end of the race. 10 laps to go. Busch trying to get around Sieg. Oh, Sieg had to get out of the gas. He got really tight there. Busch will clear him off of turn number 2. Chastain is closing that gap on Briscoe. It's about a 1.5 seconds back now, but here comes Busch, half a second behind Chastain even. Ross has a lap car in his way of Cesar Baccarella. Chastain to the outside, Busch to the inside. Kyle up to 2nd as he has moved around Chastain, trying to spoil the party. Briscoe, who has led the most laps tonight, leads still with 8 to go. Lap traffic in the picture. Busch closing in on him, but Kyle has a very worn out right front tire that might not make it to the end. It's getting pretty bald. Fincham Let's Busch get around him. He really fought Briscoe off quite a bit, and here comes Kyle. All over the back of the 98. He looks high. He actually stuck the outside well that time. He's going to get a run now down the front straightaway for the lead. 7 to go. McLaughlin might get in the way. He does. Busch had to check up as they split McLaughlin. Off of turn 2, Briscoe holds on to the lead. And now blocks Kyle Busch to the inside. Awkward line into turn 3. Busch gets loose on the bottom, but he tries to hang on. Mills slides up in front of Briscoe. Busch to the lead. 6 to go at Darlington. 6 to go. Kyle Busch to the lead again. And now can the right front tire hold on to the finish? Lap traffic side by side right in front of Busch. 3 wide to the bottom. He'll clear them both easily before they get into 3. Kyle trying to hold on for dear life. 5 to go this time by. Don't count Briscoe out of it. Busch trying to pull away with that right front tire. Very much risk of it blowing out before the end of this race. Kyle's going to have to hang on for dear life. He's opened up about a 2.5 second lead already. And he thought this race couldn't get any wilder. 4 to go. Track about 1 1/3 long. Cindy Duncan, welcome to the stream. I mean, you gotta imagine if that right front blows out, Kyle's gonna end up in the wall. There's not much room on this racetrack between the wall and the actual racing line. Really is no room as it is. 3 to go. He's got about a 5-second lead on Chase Briscoe. Chastain not far behind Briscoe either. 2.5 laps left. Busch going to get around Herbst before they get into turn 3. Going to clear Jesse Little. 2 laps left for Kyle Busch. 2 to go. 6-second lead. That right front can blow at any given second here. Kyle's hanging in there really well. And the right front is blown off of turn 2. Into turn 3 now. Wow, that car doesn't want to turn. He's sparking in turns 3 and 4. That tire's down to the rim. Now can Kyle just hold on for the lead? I think he's built up enough of a lead. White flag is in the air. This is the final lap of the race. Oh, man. I don't know how he has not even hit the wall. Jesse Little to the inside. I'll let him go. Oh, little contact. 1 more corner to go for Kyle Busch. Lead is under 3 seconds. Here comes Briscoe. Briscoe is coming. Busch trying to hang on to it as he limps it around to the finish. Kyle Busch wins a thriller at Darlington. Unbelievable. A crapshoot of a race, but Kyle Busch finds his way to victory lane. That is 4 wins in a row for Rowdy in this Xfinity Series season. Had the fastest car, might not have been the most deserving driver of the win tonight, but he's going to find his way to victory lane here one way or another. Oh my goodness. King, welcome to the stream. Rafael Perez, welcome. I saw you join at the end there. Jackson Thomas, welcome. Big time win for Kyle Busch. Adding on to the points lead. He had a 3-point lead coming into the night on Cindric. Cindric lost some spots at the end of the race there. He fell back to 9th. Not a big gain, with Cindric still finishing in the top 10, but a gain nonetheless. And Kyle Busch with the win. 71 minutes total time on the race today. 9 total cautions. Kyle Busch with the win. Chase Briscoe 2nd. Chastain 3rd. Ryan Sieg 4th. Michael Annett 5th. Justin Allgaier 6th. Harrison Burton 7th. Brandon Jones 8th. 9th was Austin Cindric. Jeremy Clements rounds out the top 10 in tonight's race. 21 drivers finished on the lead lap here tonight, and only 2 drivers failed to finish the race. That was Josh Williams and Mike Harmon here in this one. That is going to do it here for this race. And another win on the season for Kyle Busch. 29.660 was the fastest lap of the race. It was ran by Michael Annett. Briscoe led 70 of the 147 laps today. That was the most laps led. And that was on the move. Remember, started at the rear, came up to 5th place. Had a fast car. Actually led some laps at one point. Riley Herbst really fell back in this one. Over the course of the race, finished 24th. He had the toughest break. That is going to do it here for this race. As usual, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Hit the like button down below. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. More NASCAR Xfinity Series action on the channel tomorrow. We got full race NASCAR daily live streams. Video game live streams, that is, of the realistic broadcast if you are new. As well as other daily NASCAR content. And that is going to be it here in this one. Tomas Perez, thanks, man. Welcome to the stream also. Well, that is going to be it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night when I can get off of work. We'll be at Atlanta for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Good night, everyone.